What's going on, guys? It's Friday. It means Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming. In case you don't know and you're not from around here, Loot Chest is a show where we talk about wherever the fuck we want, and we have a dialogue about it. My name's Seth.
And I'm Josh.
And today the topic is, well, what's the topic?
The topic of the day today is most hated game cliches. We've all seen them, shit that happens over and over again, and just tired of the shit.
You see it coming, you're like, God damn it, and you got to do it. So
yeah,
I got a fucking huge list. We're not gonna go through all of them. I'm trying to hit the ones that are most important to me. He's got his list. We'll probably meet in the middle somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's get to it. First topic.
All right, my classic cliche is actually a mission type: escort missions.
It's my top one.
Escort missions are fucking god-awful, and I'm tired of them. They can fix them in so many ways, and it just never fucking happens. Awesome escort missions would be BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
And
the whole game's a fucking escort mission. It doesn't feel like one.
yeah, and same with The Last of Us.
Yep.
Also done extremely fucking well. Bad games with escort missions.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2. Resident Evil 4. I didn't like that.
Oh, yeah.
Morrowind had a couple of bad fucking ones. And the tropes that piss me off the most is either, one, they're supposed to be scared bitches, and then they run into battle and just get murdered.
Yeah, always. There's like, protect me, and then as soon as there's an enemy, and you're like, wait, they're fucking like...
Yeah.
And they start fucking getting their ass kicked.
Two is, either they walk fucking slow.
Oh, dude.
Get it fucking together. The best example is Red Dead Redemption. And if you're following someone, you hold down the button and you just stay in line with them.
What game was out recently where they move at your pace?
That was The Witcher 3.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to walk, they walk with you, and if you start running, they start running, and like that's perfect.
Exactly.
And not necessarily when you're escorting people, even though I believe there is escort missions in that, but just in general, when you're being fucking weighed down by somebody's presence that you have to be with, fucking at least they move at your pace, which I love.
Yeah.
Because it's your experience, like fucking.
Yeah, and the only way, and that's if they're following you. If you're following them, of course, that's a different story because they're doing their own fucking thing. But still, escort missions are the fucking worst. And they need to be fucking fixed. It's just the same shit keeps happening again and again and again, and no one wants to take the initiative to fucking make it a better mission type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think there needs to be different mechanics involved with escort missions, whether that they actually help you, a la like fucking Last of Us and BioShock, or like at least have like I mean, one thing I kind of like about Metal Gear Solid 5 is like the escort missions are you fucking grabbing a dude, picking him up over your fucking shoulder, and just manhandling him to the fucking the destination. They can still get killed, and you can throw them on the ground and shit, but you're in control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like, come on, and they're fucking like, okay.
Yeah,
or they're tiptoeing like fucking grow home robot.
Yeah, or they're slow. Being the speed at which they move is always the fucking.
I think it's the worst part because it ruins flow. Me and you are super impatient, so that's one thing. But it ruins flow in general. You're playing a game where you're enjoying yourself doing a bunch of stuff, and then you have some assholes like, wait, don't let me die.
Yeah, and then if you wander too far ahead, they just sit instead of just walking with you or fucking trying to catch up to you. They just sit and you gotta turn around and fucking go find them again.
And when they're climbing up ladders and you look up, they're fucking scared. They get pissed. That's not a real complaint.
But yeah, so that's my first one. Fucking escort missions, fix them. It's bullshit.
I would say there's not really a whole lot to say with that. Everyone everyone agrees with that.
Everyone agrees.
Nobody's gonna be like, you know what? I really like
escort missions are pretty alright. Escort missions.
It slows it down and gets you back in the game. Everything's hectic and it's a good little zen
fucking
experience.
A+.
Second one, I know it's on your list probably. I'm gonna call it the Gears of War / BioShock Infinity, BioShock in general, kill box, in which you walk in a room that has the entrance you walked in, and there's an exit over there, and you know as soon as you walk in, something's going to happen, enemies are going to pour in, and you're not going to be able to proceed until you kill everybody. Just like the escort mission, this drives me nuts because it ruins the flow of the game. It's there as filler, Dragon Ball Z filler, fucking 8 episodes of Goku screaming his ass off, filler where you're just sitting behind cover, or run around the same fucking loop or the same fucking rail, just shooting people until they die, until you can continue the game.
Yeah.
It's boring. It's lazy. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, Mass Effect does kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
In any game that has that Unreal cover, pretty much does that shit. Also, I hate whenever I'm like, oh, there's a lot of ammo and a lot of fucking health and and a save point.
Oh yeah, you're walking in a room. There's just, or you're walking down a hall and there's just a bunch of guns right here.
Yeah.
And then you see an open room. And you're like,
Yep.
there's gonna be a boss or a dude in there.
It's time to rumble.
And yeah, most games that do have that very when you're saying Unreal, we're talking like Unreal fucking 3 engine where like you hold down A and you run and then you can get behind cover. Whereas like if you play a game more like Ghost Recon or Rainbow Six, you'll run into scenarios like that because they're normally open, more free form, and you're laying down. You have the ability to do tactics.
Yeah.
Whereas a game like Gears of War or fucking Bioshock, I would argue Bioshock, there's like this much room for tactic, but like Gears of War, there's not. It's literally
none.
get behind the wall, don't get shot, and shoot people.
Exactly.
And you could be like, "Woo, my tactic is to get behind this wall," as opposed to the mirrored that wall.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the same fucking wall.
Kill
it's,
things.
It's literally go into a coliseum, wipe out the fucking people there, and then you enter another arena.
Gears of War is very
wipe
bad about
out the
that.
fucking people there.
Everything
Enter
is a
another
fucking
arena.
another box of
You know,
fighting.
and like, and there's people that like do it decently. Like some COD games kind of do it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the levels, they're levels. Like you're kind of battling throughout the whole level. It's not really like a
COD at least distracts you with a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
They're not just blank fucking rooms with
yeah.
just dudes coming in, big demon guys, and you shoot them for 6 days with your machine gun until they die, and then it's like, you can continue now.
Yeah, and there's obviously another way out, but there's a little pillar of rubble across it, so you can't get through it. Yeah, it's fucking horseshit.
It's annoying, it's boring, you can see it coming a mile away. There's nothing redeemable about it.
No.
There's ways to do it better. There's things that are slightly like it, but better. It's lazy, in my opinion, and lazy game making is boring.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, not a whole lot to
Hands
say on
down,
that.
figure it out. Yeah.
All right, on to the next one.
So my next cliche is what I like to call forced pussifying, and pretty much what that is like you're Rambo, you're running through all the fucking levels, then in a cutscene you're fucking injured, and you just a good example would actually be in Uncharted 2 when you're on the train and your friend gut shots you.
Mm-hmm.
You've literally took bullets the whole fucking game, and you're gonna take one from that pussy. You know, fuck him. But now you're fucking injured, and it's just like I don't like the fucking.
That in some situations that does bother me, but most situations it actually doesn't. Just because I differentiate, and me and you are different on this. I do differentiate gameplay mechanics from actual canon and lore. So like in the gameplay, you could theoretically beat that level without getting shot at all. It's gonna be hard, but you could. And in the canon and lore, we have to assume that's what happened. Your gameplay could be different than mine. So, but because of that, they have to allow you to take a certain amount of bullets as a gameplay mechanic. You have to be able to enjoy the game and not die instantly. Otherwise, I would love a game where you get shot once and you die. So you can't take this stuff too serious because every time you have to take every time you die in a game serious and assume that you do die multiple times. Whereas in the canon and lore, you do not die multiple times. Once you've completed the game, you haven't died in the lore. So when he gets shot in the stomach, according to the storyline, he did, no matter what, regardless of your experience or my experience or anybody's experience, when he got shot in the stomach, that was a pivotal moment in the storyline where he did get shot in the stomach, and it did affect him in a way that would affect the storyline. There are games, though, I completely agree with, where there's situations where you were just doing a bunch of, like, badass shit. I can't think of anything on top of my head, but I've experienced it 1,000 times where I'm like, wasn't I just fucking doing something, and then all of a sudden, like, something happens. I don't know. I can't think of any examples though.
Well, it'd be like if you're fucking super agile and shit like that, then in a cutscene like rubble like falls on you. Like Tomb Raider did it once or twice, and I don't know. It just seemed like I'm like, you should have been able to fucking deal with that. Like the stuff that we've done in the game that are mechanics, not like getting health wise shot or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, or like you just fucking lifted a whole bunch of shit, but you can't kick through a locked door.
Yeah.
In the cutscene, you can't fucking, oh, there's a locked door. Get through it, bitch.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me too much, just because of gameplay mechanics versus story. But I do definitely recognize that it is weird in a story, especially in a cutscene where like your guy can't jump or you can't get over certain things, and then like in a scene they like climb up a fence and leap over and shit like that. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely a cliche. Just yeah, it'd be really hard for every game to like program that availability to do whatever you wanted, essentially.
Oh, and, you know, and putting it like that, I fully agree. Like with Uncharted, you know, like maybe Nathan hasn't been ever shot.
Yeah.
But of course, in the story, in the cutscene, he does, and that's like the first time he's ever been shot out of all the gunfights you've ever had with fucking anybody.
According to what you know, but yeah, in the background too of the game, he could have been shot, but we haven't been told that.
Yeah, yeah, but like it's just like it's standard shit. Or, in cutscenes, you can't do something that you can do in the normal fucking game. You know, and it's like, this is dumb. Like, why the fuck? I could easily do that. You know, like, oh, I can't.
I'm trying to think. This conversation would be a lot better if I had examples, because I know there's examples where I do agree with you, where like I would want to say, this obviously doesn't happen in the game, but like Master Chief, a guy that you believe is like fucking super soldier, motherfucking guy can win a war on his own, and then he like walks in a room and some dude with a laser just goes, ooh, fucking like knocks him down. You'd figure he'd be a little more on top of shit than that. Nathan Drake is a guy who is constantly punished. He's very much like the action hero, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, or like Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones getting punched a lot and shit. Like that's what you want out of that game, is his struggle and him essentially getting his ass kicked. But like you play a game where you play someone fucking really intense, like Master Chief, lore wise, he's the Master Chief. He's the dude who everyone's looking to, going, this guy, if he doesn't save the world, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And then something cheesy happens to him, and you're like, well, he could have got out of that. I think that's one thing that the Batman games do really well. Right in the beginning of the newest Batman game, was that Arkham Knight? Right in the beginning of the game, he fucking captures, not really spoiler, if you're really worried about the very beginning of the game that has no storyline at all, don't watch. Stop. But there's a part where fucking he's escorting fucking Poison Ivy into an elevator, and the whole time it's showing these like plants following him and shit. And you're like, this guy's Batman. He'd be on top of this shit. And it keeps showing. It's like, oh, they're going to do something to him. And fucking she walks in the elevator, and as soon as the elevator doors go to shut, the fucking plants grab Batman. He like looks around and gets yanked out the fucking elevator. I'm like, you're fucking Batman. You should have known that. And then literally she's going down. She's talking shit about him. She goes to walk out, and he just like shows up, fucking getting the shit off him. I'm like, that's how you do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
fucking, like Batman wouldn't fucking. He's still that shit.
An example. Yeah. It's like. Yeah,
you're not the pussification, as you put it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, yeah. Like if he was going to get like sucked out, and all of a sudden, oh, you're on the outside of the building now fighting plants or something like that. I'm like, this is dumb. You know, like he fucking knows who Poison Ivy is. Fucking he knows what she can do. Like, why would he let himself be like that? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like that's what I'm talking about. That forced, like. Some stupidity.
I think a really good way to put it, even though we don't have good examples right now, is a scenario that seems like a stretch. Like, really, that happened?
Yeah.
Why would that have happened? God, I cannot think of any. But
I bet you when we get done with the episode, I'm going to think of 100.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, tonight I'm going to think of like 80 of them. But I think we get the point across. This is probably the longest one we've done so far. So let's move on to the next one. So, for my second one, I'm going to start off with the first part of two parts, because they're kind of the same thing. It's essentially when the game assumes you're stupid. I put insulting tutorials. Now, tutorials are necessary, and I actually prefer them over the manuals. Back in the day, you'd have to pull out a manual, read through it to understand how to play the game, which in a way I kind of like, because it's self-sufficient. I can read. I'm going to fucking read how to play the game, and then I'm going to play it. Exactly. But now all games have very similar systems, outside of like Metal Gear Solid 5, that has a whole weird control scheme, but works really well. But most games follow a standard. But you get these games every once in a while that forgot that somehow. They forgot that there's years and years of this standard that's been built up, and they're like fucking Medal of Honor I think the last one that came out, where fucking you play the beginning and it plays like every FPS that exists. I played it. I fucking destroyed everyone there. And I was like, well, okay, that was kind of like a tutorial because I had like areas you had to get down and all this shit. You play the game for like fucking 20 minutes. All of a sudden it's like, all right, soldier, we're in a warehouse. It's like, this is how we do things. And fucking you also had to do a tutorial.
Yeah,
like,
after you've already played.
I'm like,
the
are you fucking
game.
serious? So you already put me in the game. I played it just fine, and now you're gonna fucking make me go through a fucking tutorial? The fuck is that? Or see, a lot of games I like tutorials where like you are part of a scene already, something's happening, and like you're running, and it's like there's a ledge, and it's like just subtly is like A, and you just kind of go up it. Or a lot of Tom Clancy games are really good about just integrating the way the game plays with everything that you do. They're just light indications. Those are cool too. But things that get you in the game already going, you're not going through the fucking tired-ass tutorial that you're going to always go through in a game, is a good way to do it. But a lot of games will always do that early part, like, let's get you trained up, soldier, and fucking, like, put you in a warehouse, put you out in the field. If it's a sci-fi game, it's like fucking just very straightforward and basic, like, here's the obstacle course, like, there's the hole, make sure to jump. Like, I don't know, those always take me out of the game. At this point, I know how to play, I would say, fucking 90% of games. 95% of games I could probably play without a tutorial.
Unless someone throws a hardball, yeah. I mean, it's really easy to play fucking... Like, there's a reason they came with manuals fucking back in the day, because every game was fundamentally different.
There was not a standard.
Yeah.
You will find that out if you play fucking 64 games. It's fucking chaos.
Yeah. My biggest thing saying to that is, like, Modern Warfare 1 did it really well, because the very first mission, you're just in a fucking warehouse. It kind of
that set the standard, though.
Yeah, it kind of just goes through it. But, like, you know, and, like...
It's storyline based, too.
Yeah, you're just doing your thing.
Even though I like Modern Warfare 2, it mimicked it to the point where they're... And it was really neat walking around the base camp and seeing people playing basketball and shit. But then it's like, all right, beat your time. It's the exact same system as the first one. And the first one is the first time I saw that. Like, who's this new guy? And they train you. It makes sense.
Following in that same thing, man, fucking cutscenes that you can't skip, or not cutscenes, tutorials that you can't just kind of skip. Like, Modern Warfare 2 bothered the shit out of me because it was like an hour-long fucking level, and only like 25 minutes of it you're fucking playing. The other fucking... I mean, you're playing through the whole thing, but it's not... It's like, you gotta walk to this one thing, and then fucking...
Which
dude...
part are you talking about?
The very beginning in the fucking... the camp.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so you, like, walk over this thing, and then the fucking dude from Weapon for a Dream fucking is like, soldier, fucking blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you shoot a couple things.
Alpha, yeah.
Yeah, and then you shoot a couple things, and then it's like, okay, now meet me over here, and you walk over there. Yeah, and it's like these are grenades, and it's like, yeah, I fucking know that, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking you know.
Let me skip it, or make the fucking tutorial interesting.
Exactly, or make it fucking quick, or like you're right. Like there's some games in the first fucking mission, and you're right. It's like A, or it's like press A to you can press A
as you're already
ledges.
playing. There's not this system of some dude going like, all right, now we're gonna teach you the basics in crawling. Hold B. Well, I fucking know that.
Mad Max. It's tutorials. It kind of sent you on like a little mission and kind of covered the fucking basics. And
a lot of open world games are actually really good about that.
Yeah.
A lot of open world games send you on missions to be the tutorial. Sometimes it's kind of annoying, but it's not as annoying as locking you in to this essential fucking little obstacle course.
Yeah.
That's just like this little game that is completely devoid of like the actual game you're playing or like the storyline. It's just this whole thing. And then I want to segue from that, because this also has to do with very much Call of Duty type games, and also kind of thinking of you as an idiot. Even though the earlier Call of Duties did it well, I feel like it's overused now. The whole fucking, you're on a goddamn tour of a map being escorted by a guy.
Oh yeah.
So like every Call of Duty since fucking Modern Warfare, you're always with the dude who's like, let's go, and like squad plays fine, but when it's literally like, let's go, Soap, and fucking you're like following him shit, and then he goes up to the door, he's like, stack up, Soap, stack up, and then you fucking do it,
station.
and then it's fucking slow-mo, and it's just like this, you're literally, it leaves no room for adaptability to the situation. It's literally just like, let's go down this fucking straight line and just follow my orders.
Game is telling you how to play the game.
Exactly. And
it's fucking Yeah, and that. Ugh.
It didn't bother me as much in the earlier Call of Duties because, like, if you played the original Call of Duty, there was very much more like Medal of Honor, the original Medal of Honors. It was like an open carrot and tan fucking town, and there was like soldiers running around shooting and shit. And every once in a while, in a set piece, and it would funnel you in and be like, "All right, follow me," and then it'd go right back into like those more open areas, and it like gave you multiple entryways to areas like that. And then, like, nowadays, it's literally like a fucking hallway. They're just following a dude down with all these really cool set pieces. They're really neat, but the gameplay is fucking boring. I think that's why
Which is also the kill box thing. Like, it's... There's a lot of tropes, and if you fucking hit every single one of them, fucking goddamn, I will fucking throw your game in the garbage. Jesus.
It's literally like... And it is this, absolutely, but it's like they have to make a single player to make people who like single player happy, which they keep bitching about they want a single player, then they get this shit. Just let the people who are making the multiplayer games just make the multiplayer games, and people make single player games. But anyway, these people have to make a single player game, so what they do is they make a flashy, visual, fucking single player game that they don't want to put too much thought into the game design, so they just have a guy fucking show you the way through it. Alright, here's your single player, follow me. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the single player. Yeah. Go into multiplayer. That's what we worked on.
It's fucking dumb.
So yeah, that's another thing that is just a cliche that is primarily in a lot of FPSs nowadays. And yeah, hopefully we get away from that soon.
My last one is the whole Mass Effect gets hit by this, and fucking there's a lot of things that get hit by it. It's that Master Chief, one guy, stops the whole fucking godlike figures from destroying everything. That whole trope it's old. It kind of pisses me off, and it's not necessarily doesn't equal bad games. It's just an old, overused story. I think it's way overplayed. And
well, I would argue it's not only overplayed. It's more than the standard. It's every game almost that exists. Even down to the point where you're playing, like we've talked about earlier, Uncharted. Uncharted, he's one guy doing everything. That's fine. It's fun as a hero, whatever. And then with Halo, you got Master Chief saving the whole fucking world, stuff like that. And that is fun because people like a hero. But then you got a game like, I always talk about it, but it's seriously one of my favorite games. The Last of Us. Joel's not the hero.
Joel isn't a hero. He's
an awful person, and there is no resolution. I'm not going to get into the story because I'm not going to give a spoiler alert. But if you've played the game, if you interpret anyone as a hero in that fucking storyline, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just a shitty world with people existing in it. And it's fantastic. It's very human. Yeah. So it's one of the only examples in my mind where there's not that fucking singular hero.
And like, and one of my favorite games this year so far, The Witcher 3, you get that feeling, but it's not true.
There's a really good balance in that game of you going through a lot of people to get where you need to go, and you do get help a lot. I don't ever feel like The Witcher is the end all be all.
No, he's not. He's a pawn in the fucking in the scheme of things. Yeah, and he's a huge major player. Yeah, but it's not like you're the only one that can do this. And blah,
I don't think he'd be able to achieve. I haven't beaten the game, but I don't think he would have been able to achieve the whole storyline and essentially doing whatever he does at the end without people's help. Because as far as I am, he's going to everybody to essentially get help to go where he's going. And yeah,
you're still trying to find Siri, right?
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He's trying to find anybody he can to get like leads on her and shit like that. It's not like, oh, I'll just sniff her out and fucking stuff like that. And even after finding Siri, there's a bunch of stuff, and it kind of seems like it, but it's not. It kind of seems like that classic, the cliche, but it's not at all. I just think that that standard sucks. I mean, it's fucking boring. Like another one that really got sucked into it was Dragon Age, the newest one. Same fucking thing. You're the
chosen one.
Yeah. You're the chosen one. Yep. And like I think that story trope is fucking.
It gets boring. I really like the new Dragon Age, But as soon as the story started, and that's actually one thing a lot of people reviewed it, dinged it for, was the story's more boring than the other Dragon Age games.
Yeah.
And I agree. I don't think it's a bad trope, but it is boring. You're not going to get fucking points for that. No one's going to go, you know what? I liked that I was the guy who saved everything. Because it's been done a fucking million times, probably better by somebody else.
Yeah.
There's nothing to relate to that. People like a hero because they like that underdog story of shit's hard. This guy's gonna fix it, but at the same time, it's done by every fucking game.
Yeah, and like Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect just in general, the trilogy kind of sort of did it because it wasn't like, oh, the very first game you stop an evil, second game you stop another evil, third game you stop another evil. It was all the same evil, but you're just doing like minor victories almost. So I mean, like that whole good versus evil across 3 games worked out because there was so much space there to do all this shit. Plus, Shepard is just a normal fucking person. He's not fucking the chosen one or anything like that.
Yeah.
He just, I mean, and he's backed up by a fucking elite squad of people, but it's still the same. It's the concept's the exact same.
He's still Neo. He
Yeah.
still like sacrifices himself.
Yeah, and so, but like, it's that
What
whole.
game didn't do that. That's surprising. Fucking BioShock Infinite, at least. I don't know what the other ones. He does a bunch of stuff on his own, but like he doesn't. I mean, spoiler alert. He doesn't like you beat it, right? He fucking he doesn't like win. He doesn't beat anything. He just essentially learns of the multiple time paradox, and fucking the end's crazy. Like there's no chosen one to that. It's a guy essentially finding himself and what he's done.
Yeah, exactly.
As Comstock.
And who his daughters become and shit like that. And
It's another one. This is really funny that you're even talking about this because I actually had a different way of putting this. I forgot what it was, but I was going to bring up the game Max Payne. Max Payne is the opposite of that. He's barely a hero. He tries. He fails all the fucking time, and it's about his own self-preservation while he's trying to help people. And it's this downward spiral of just a guy's fucking self and you know going through drug abuse, all this shit. Like
Max Payne never really triumphs. Like at the end of 3, you know, he kills that guy, but that's it. Like
at what cost though? He lost a bunch of fucking people.
Exactly.
Like,
there's no happy ending to it. It's not like the evil's gone, hooray. You know, it's
and as we've seen all the Max Paynes, it's always there.
And
these are just ones that are in this general proximity.
God awful with this trope. Every single Elder Scrolls game ever fucking made.
Yeah.
You are the chosen one, and in Oblivion and Skyrim, it's very apparent. Morrowind, not so much, because unless you go through the storyline, you know, then you figure it out. But still, it's the same fucking story.
Yeah, you're the guy who's going to take out Vivek.
It's just a different type of story. You know, like one of them's, oh, you're a dragon slayer, you stop the dragons because you speak the
I think it's one of the reasons why, and when I'm talking about this, and when you're talking about this, we love the Elder Scrolls games.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking, I mean, I got so many hours into Morrowind, it's stupid. And I've played all of them, beaten most of them. But I've never been that particularly interested in the Elder Scrolls storylines. And I think it is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's just your basic fucking chosen one story.
It is very, very fucking simple.
It's this overextended, will you go here and grab this for me? Hey, this guy needs to be killed. Go kill him. Hey, I need this spell from that guy. Just this whole thing just to build up to the point where you're like, you're the chosen one. You're the one who's going to kill this guy because he's an asshole. Yeah. And then you kill him and then you're like, yay!
Yeah, and like that's the thing, is like it's not about that it's a bad game. I'm not saying that every game that follows this cliche is bad. Because every game that we've talked about, I've liked. The Halo games, fucking Mass Effect games, the fucking... Every single game I've liked. All the fucking Elder Scrolls games. You know, but it is just... It's old.
It's a very abundant...
It's fucking
very abundant
old.
fucking trope.
And every time I hear like, oh, you're special because you got the mark. And it's like, here it is. Fucking, here it goes.
You saw the green flame.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we get it. So, yeah. So, that, hopefully we can deviate in the future, maybe.
And we get some gems every once in a while. I think that's why they stand out so well, is because they don't follow those things.
Everybody loves a good fucking underdog story,
in fact, almost every single thing I've said to oppose that trope are games that I love. I love the Max Payne series. I especially love 3. I love The Last of Us. games that deviate and kind of try and be more human, bring it down to a level that we can actually identify with. I think hit home a lot harder. Like if the gameplay is great and the storyline is something that I can be like, holy shit, I actually give a fuck. Like Master Chief, like whether he fucking dies or he like wins, I'm like, that was fun. I'm not like, but like at the point where fucking, spoiler alert, when fucking Joel is busting into the fucking hospital to get Ellie because he knows they're gonna get in her fucking brain and kill her. And you can choose to do it or not, but kill the doctors and their shit. People who want to save the fucking planet, they're the heroes. And you fucking kill them selfishly because you want fucking Ellie to live. I felt that. I'm like, do not fucking kill this girl. I will fucking murder everybody in this fucking this building.
Same with earlier after Joel wakes up from getting fucking stabbed or impaled. You know, and he's like, where is she? And like you walk outside and they're starting to run from him because fucking Joel's such
even on a flip side too is fucking when he's out in the building, like passed out, and she's trying to find shit for him. If you play the DLC, which is fantastic, or you do the part where you're trying to lure the people away from Joel, it's like even as her, because there is no main character really. You want to protect Joel because you like Joel. Just like you want to protect Ellie because you like Ellie, and it's because neither of them are the chosen one. There's no greater purpose. There is for Ellie, but not really. It's theoretical. They don't know. And I think that's why that game, just thinking about it right now, I'm like, those are great fucking characters. Because they're human and they got fucking things to lose and things to gain personally, which is essentially just themselves and each other. Because the world fucking sucks. And that's what makes that so good, as opposed to there's the greater evil, go in space and kill it. And then you did it. But that's not enough, because the next one, there's going to be another one that shows up. I think that's a good way to end that topic, though. I mean, like, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, that was pretty much it,
So, yeah, those tropes, not necessarily a deal breaker, but you're not going to get the best fucking score ever in story, so. Okay, and for my last one, I have a huge fucking list, and we might go into a more expanded discussion on those ones in a different episode, but we got to wrap this up because it's going on for a while, but good conversation so far. But for honorable mentions, before I get to my last topic, first one is You Drive. This is in most open world games. I get that you want to be interactive and it's boring to let someone else drive, but it takes me out of the game every single time in an open world game where someone's like, I know I'm gonna have to fucking drive, and the character, just to make it more realistic, I guess, the guy's like, all right, you drive, and you hear it like fucking 20 times in that game, and it's like, I'm starting to think, like, does this guy not have his driver's license? Is this guy afraid to drive a car? Like, why is he so inclined to always be like, all right, man, you drive, let's go? Jump scares. Jump scares in games, just like in movies, are cheap, boring. Sometimes they work, but I think of the game Outlast. Outlast, the only times that tried to be scary outside of the atmosphere of just dudes chasing you and shit is fucking random parts where you're going through some crack, and of course as soon as you get through, some guy grabs you, fucking throws you through a window. It's boring, it's stupid, it's expected, it doesn't scare me. It scares a lot of people, but stop. You're fucking you're making them make that over and over and over again. Fetch quests. Fetch quests drive me nuts. Fuck, go get this. Go kill 18 of that. It's boring. Fucking, as soon as you tell me to go do something, I don't want to do it.
MMO fever.
Yeah, exactly. That fever.
MMO quest system.
Shit talk when weak. I hate when characters, when you've been playing a game for a long time, this is pretty much predominant in Elder Scrolls games. I'm fucking in glass goddamn armor. I've goddamn destroyer of worlds. Nothing can touch me. I kill dragons in one fucking flick. And there's still some bandit asshole who comes out of the woodwork and he's like, hey, follow me. You go in there, he's like, ha, give me $5.
Yeah.
And he's like, bitch, look at me. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you have a family? Go home.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
I'm about to fucking flick you into the goddamn moon. Boring set pieces. Boring set pieces drives me nuts. This is mostly a COD thing. There's so many games that do set pieces well, and people bitch about set pieces, but no, when set pieces are done well, they're fucking amazing. If you like movies, cinema, anything, fucking, you should appreciate these, because we're getting really fine art in an interactive medium. and it can be done really well. I'm not going to go through the examples. There's a bunch of good ones, but the later Call of Duties, you get to points where you're in Paris, and it's just like fucking everyone's fighting and shit. It's boring. It's a kill box essentially from Gears of War, and then all of a sudden everything just stops and it goes, ba ba ba, and it shows the Avatar go.
That was my example I was going to bring up. That was the most boring fucking...
That was the biggest part of that game, and it was boring as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like everything's hyper, you're on the fucking freeway and Black Ops, and all the cars are going, just flying around, blowing up and shit. Like, these don't feel physical. They don't feel real. It's stupid looking, and it's wasting my fucking time.
Yeah. On the flip side, best set piece, one of the best, is the nuke in Modern Warfare 1.
Because it takes its time. It's this fucking... That is a intense scene, not only for video games, just in general, to experience dying from radiation, essentially. Is dark. It's got great pacing. You go in this whole operation of that rescue, because those helicopters went down.
Yeah.
And then you're escaping, you're like, get the fuck out of there, blah, blah, blah. And then you see that fucking explosion.
The flash, yeah.
And
well, yeah, because one
horrifying.
of the missions before that, aren't you trying to search for the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like we can't fucking find it, and fucking...
And then you gotta go in there because one of the helicopters crash or you land or whatever, and then when you get the fuck out of there, that goes off, and it's crazy because you see it happen, and it has a really good presence to it, and then fucking all the helicopters start fucking going nuts and shit, you experience that ride down, it goes black, and then you wake up and you can barely fucking move, and you're just like sitting there like, just fucking dying essentially slowly. And it's amazing.
Everything's just burning and fucking...
That's what Call of Duty used to do so well, is because they originally started out with like true stories from World War II and shit, from different soldiers and stuff like that, which is amazing. You know, all these different perspectives. And then with the Modern Warfare series, they tried to do that different perspective thing still, which I loved. And you got to experience dying as a character that was gone. But you got to still see that happen. That's like I love the part in fucking Modern Warfare 2 where fucking they launched the EMP into space. And it's not like Advanced Warfare where they're in space with guns. There's just an astronaut working on a thing, and like you look over and you see this like light.
Yeah.
And it goes, ooh, that fucking nuke. And it just shreds everything. That character didn't matter. You just got to experience that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it shows in the city fucking the lights go out. And it's like, it's amazing.
That was a crazy
It's a
fucking
great
set
scene.
piece.
And all the small things, like the guy's trapped in the tank and the guy's trying to get him out. It made you feel like this scenario was happening.
Yeah, like even down to the point where your red dots won't work anymore.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. And then we get slapped in the face, pissed in the face by fucking, oh shit, the Eiffel Tower's falling down. Like, oh no, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
that was stupid.
Yeah, Medal of Honor, the reboot did that pretty bad too. There's a few pieces there. I was like, God damn, fuck this.
Or like the first Battlefield 3. Its single player was horse shit.
Set pieces.
4 had some pretty neat ones. I like the part where you're going through the building that's collapsing. That was crazy. But still at the same time, some of them felt a little forced. But yeah, that went a lot longer than I wanted to. I'm going to get out of that. You guys get it. But my one I want to talk about, not that last one, is, and this is a problem I've had since I was a kid, and people have actually called me sexist for it. I don't place females in games typically, and it's not because I have a problem with females. I have a problem with the design of females in games, and I'm not going to get too PC. I'm not going to say what's right and wrong. And this is just my mentality. If I'm playing a game that's fantasy, right, and you've got the guy, he's decked out in fucking armor, he's got a shield, he looks like a fucking warrior, right? And then you got a girl who's looking real sexy.
Comparable.
And she's got her fucking stomach fucking exposed, and she's got a high skirt on, and her fucking ass is popping. She's looking real good. In my mind, I want to play a game where I'm still in the story. I want to feel like I'm that fucking warrior. I'm the guy who's going to be able to take this, or guy or girl, who is going to be able to fucking do the mission and fucking and save the day. Who's more likely to do that? The guy who looks battle-hardened and is in full armor, or the girl who's too worried about looking sexy? Now, this is not a guy or girl fucking discussion on who's better. This is the designers going, how can we market this to people? And so they fucking, you're looking at your character all the time. Guys want to see a tough dude. Guys want to see a fucking hot chick. Takes me out of it. I fucking hate that trope where girls are always fucking looking so sexy, and they don't fucking fit the goddamn world. It's stupid. It's in so many fantasy games, mostly.
Yeah, that, and a lot of it is fucking, again, it's like that MMO fucking, like, a lot of MMOs, like, there's this gnarly fucking Death Knight, two-handed fucking sword, just crazy looking, and then the comparable armor for females is literally nothing. It's a belt around her tits and a belt around her fucking, her bits, and fucking, you know, and it's like, no, that doesn't fucking work. That doesn't. And there's a lot of comics about it. There's a lot of things on the fucking internet that makes fun of that fucking trope. Yeah. That cliche. And
well, I'm glad because like when I was younger, I used to never play females in games, and people would give me shit about that. Like, why do you play females? Like, I prefer to play females. I'm like, yeah, because you prefer to fucking look at a female who you think is hot versus I want to play and embody a character who I feel like is equipped to do this mission.
I'd rather connect with my fucking character.
Exactly, and if the girl looks like she could handle it based off of her sense of fucking, I'm gonna actually prepare for this fucking battle and not dress as hot as I can, which is the developer's problem, not the fucking character itself. It takes me out of it. I don't want to fucking play that character. I think it's stupid. It doesn't fit. It's not realistic.
Lara Croft does a decent job. She's
newer Lara Croft. Yeah. Originally, she was definitely she had huge tits and fucking
really shorts. Yeah.
But we've come a long way from then. But to assume that girls can't look badass and be taken seriously is stupid. I mean, like, this is like not a video game, but Captain Phasma in fucking the new Star Wars is a girl. The chick who plays Brenda Tarth. She plays Captain Phasma. She looks fucking badass. She's like in that fucking chrome stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? She looks fucking awesome. I think she's gonna be like the new Boba Fett. Like, she looks cool as shit. And we need like more characters that are like that, like who can still be feminine but strong, not fucking either a butch fucking I'm trying to be a guy character who has a shaved head, or you know, the sexy girl who's not worried about taking an arrow in her fucking exposed stomach.
Yeah, and like Guild Wars 2 did a pretty decent job.
Guild Wars 2 did respect it pretty well.
Yeah, like there's a lot of badass fucking armor for males and women in that fucking game. It's fucking, you can have a cool looking fucking I mean, not to say I think there is like a bikini or something like that, but the males get one too.
Yeah, it wasn't you can get shorts,
yeah. So I mean, it wasn't them just being like, oh, look at all the girls in their titties. It was fucking, you know, it was like them just being like, yeah, let's put some swimwear in the fucking game.
Yeah.
You know, and but like all the armor, like it fits them like it should. You know, like it fucking, it's not you can't even see like pronounced breasts. It's just a chest plate and fucking
like actual armor you would wear in you know, for the purpose of not getting killed.
Speaking of Brianna Tarth, fucking armor like that, like she looks badass.
Exactly, and these are believable characters, and if I had access to them, I wouldn't be opposed to playing them.
Exactly,
because you know, women are cool, men are cool. Fucking, I'll play as either as long as it fits. I can't. If there's a dude character who just had like a chest piece on, but his stomach was exposed, and it's like sweet abs were showing, I want to fucking play him. What the fuck are you doing?
You take on like Zach from DOA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or like
I
fucking
play him. Yeah, I would play him.
Fucking Waka from goddamn Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
This dork.
Yeah, it's just something that always drives me nuts, still drives me nuts. And I even get to the point too where like you play even Rainbow Six Siege, which I am fucking loving. I love that game. I have no problem with anything. I don't think they're being sexist anyway. But Ubisoft is really bad about, if there's a girl in their game, they gotta be really cool and hip. And that's fine. Girls are cool and hip, so are dudes. But fucking, but you got all these dudes in fucking hardcore fucking bulletproof armor and shit, looking hardcore. You got a guy from World War II, an old welder and shit. He's fucking a time traveler. And then you have this girl in her sweet jeans and her fucking little high tops with the fucking purple.
Yeah.
And she's not wearing anything, but she's into tech.
Are you talking about Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fucking boop, 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 and she's just looking cool. And it's like, yeah, cool fashion sense, I guess. But you're about to walk into a fucking place full of dudes with machine guns. You did not come prepared.
Yeah.
You should go home, get your fucking bulletproof vest.
Yeah, you ain't.
Because you're not leaving today.
You're not standing around standing in fucking razor wire, piles of razor wire, and fucking in your Jordans.
Yeah, they're like got like knee pads on his shit. She's just in her fucking in her Jordans and her fucking jeans, and she's like wading through razor wire while people are blowing fucking walls up and people running with sledgehammers, braining people, and just unloading through fucking walls. And she's just like, it's cool, guys. I'll hack the cameras. Well, we can all do that too. So why are you here?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's not as much of a complaint, but it is also something I see a lot.
It's a big cliche. It is.
I was playing Watch Dogs, and this girl shows up, and she's just super fucking cool looking.
That fucking chick. Yeah, I know her.
And I'm like, and they're trying to play her off like she's a bad guy at first. I'm like, she's on your side.
Yeah.
She's too cool to not be.
Yeah, to just fucking get out of the game.
So yeah, I don't want. Like I said, I'm not trying to get too PC about it, but fucking, it's just girls are treated differently than guys in games typically when they're not. A la Ellie, Last of Us.
Yeah.
And it takes me out. I don't want to interact with them because it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like an actual person. When it's done right, though, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think Divinity Original Sin, when you were switching through characters, they had like the same armor sets, just for different fucking body
Different
builds.
body forms, yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't want to keep going to that. I feel like fucking, I don't want Tumblr to get a whiff of this and get fucking insane about it.
I think this is more of a fucking, we want inequality and like that kind of shit.
It is, and I'm not even going to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I just still am not trying to put this into anyone's fucking fuel for their fire.
Yeah.
But it is something that's always drove me nuts. It still drives me nuts. It hinders me from enjoying part of the game as soon as I see someone who looks fucking ridiculous, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to do it for this week's loot chest. Fucking a lot of those long-winded. Let us know in the comments below what tropes drive you nuts. Were any of the ones we hit the ones that also drive you crazy? I guarantee you hate the fucking escort missions too. Do we miss any? Let us know. As always, thank you for watching Loot Chest on Tasty Loot Gaming. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And have a good weekend, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Take it easy.